Hey, it's me, Kiera. I just want to talk to somebody, so here I am on YouTube. I like being on YouTube more than any social media platform. That's not true. I love being on Reddit. Nothing will ever top Reddit for me. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk because I'm tired of overthinking. I'm tired of feeling like I have to be so strict with myself about what my YouTube can be, about what my social medias should portray about me. I'm a little bit stressed out right now about it. Um, and I just wanted to document this and talk in case anybody ever finds this video and finds it helpful. So, today, first of all, I was feeling better today. I had my first day at my new job, and I've been at the same job for the past 3.5 years, basically. So, yeah, it's a big change starting a new job. And I was late. I was 15, 20 minutes late to my first day, barely even my first shift. I was doing training today, and I was late because I didn't expect that there was going to be ice on my windshields. So, I had to scrape it off with a wooden spatula because I don't have anything to scrape it off either. But simply put, that was unexpected and there was nothing I could do about it but scrape the ice off the fucking windshield and tell my manager that I was going to be late. And I realized though, the way that I handle situations, it's really good. It's really good because genuinely over the past few years and everything like that, I've just gotten so great at managing my emotions when things are not going as planned. When something breaks, when I lose something, when something happens, generally speaking, like, yes, I have a really positive outlook on it, but I try to remain neutral where I'm not angry, I'm not sad, but I'm not like weirdly happy about the thing, right? And practicing that, I'm not even sure how I've gotten to this point. I've just really tried to control my emotions in those moments. I've gotten to a point where it's like, it rolls off my back. It rolls off my back. Like, yes, I'm not proud about being late to my first shift. That's the healthy neutral. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it because there's literally nothing that I can do other than get the ice off the car, get in the car, and drive safely to work. Don't speed, drive safely to work because I'm already going to be late. So, yeah, stuff like that where it's like, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better at least. Like, I'm talking about it and I'm realizing, like, I had a really good moment today. And it's something good to realize about myself that I handle situations well. Um, but before I get too far into just a chit chat sesh, I did want to say what I first opened the video with, me saying, like, I don't know what direction I want to take my YouTube in. And sorry that I look around. I look around a lot while I'm talking. There's stuff like on my wall behind my desk. I don't know, but that's fine. And that's even better almost because I feel like that allows me to have very little restraint and just to put myself out there, have myself stay in the moment, do what feels right to me, and really like do and put out what I feel and stop being so fucking weird about like I need to stop being so weird about it. I need to stop being so strict and so stressed about fitting into something that like I don't even want to fit into in the first place. Like, yes, I have different types of videos and different types of things that I want to do, but I don't want to ever label myself and ever confine myself to any box. So I think I'm really forgetting that that's my motive, and I'm trying so hard to figure out what direction to go in. I'm trying so hard to have some control over things when it's like, no, in some areas I do like lacking control because then I'm able to be flexible and I'm able to look at different things and pursue those and go into any direction that I really feel at that moment. So I'm trying to remind myself, like, yes, I know some things, I want to do some things for sure. I want to show and work on some things for sure, but I also need to understand that it's good to have no direction in some areas because then I'm being sure that I'm staying authentic to what I really feel and I'm putting out things that I want to put out. I think a fear of mine with just all of my social medias is gaining an audience from one thing and then showing that I'm not just that one thing. I am a multifaceted person and I'm doing something, and now I lose a big following, and oh no, people don't fuck with me because they don't like what I'm doing, but I'm really just being myself. It's like, when I think about that, I go in a circle and I'm thinking, oh man, like, I don't know if I want to post this because then I feel like I'm going too far out of the bounds of what people expect of me. And then I'm like, no, I need to be selfish. I need to really post what I'm feeling and hope that people can resonate, and it can resonate with people and they can connect with it, and not try to mold myself into what people want. But then I flip back, but like, I want to do this and I want to have a niche and I do want to actually do things in one area. So it's just this stupid cycle that I find myself in constantly. And I feel like, excuse me, speaking out loud and really being able to remind myself that, like, again, it's okay to not have a direction all the time. And I would prefer it to be that way because I am one person who loves to experiment, loves to change and try new things. Is that you, Elias? Okay, I'm making a video, so. I'm making a YouTube video, so. No, because I'm making a video.
Where?
In here.
Oh, like recording like that?
Yeah.
Means you're not from sleeping? Is that good?
Well, I'm not going to speak the same if you're in here. Can you give me like 15 minutes?
I'll just do something else.
Just do something else for 15 minutes. Yeah, but now I'm going to talk differently because you're in the other room. Yes, you are. I forgot what I was even saying now. I do not want to re-record this video. But yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself that, like, even though I feel like I don't have direction and I don't have control fully, like, that's okay. It's okay to have control over some things, but then I will turn into a literal maniac if I try to manage and, like, have a grip on everything. And at the end of the day, it's like, if me putting a video out of me just talking about something that I'm feeling or something that I'm passionate about, if that doesn't resonate with you, then more than likely you're going to click off the video, or you're not going to click on the video in the first place. And even if you leave a hate comment, it's like, that really doesn't have anything to do with me because, like, well, it has everything to do with me maybe, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really choose to take stuff to heart like that because, like, if a person doesn't like me for me being authentically me, that's one thing. Like, that's something that I, again, have no control over. But if I'm trying to be a version of myself that I don't even fuck with, and other people are saying that they don't like it, then that's going to create some conflict where I'm like, okay, people don't like me and I'm trying to be something and I don't know who I am and all this other weird stuff. So I think what I'm trying to say really ultimately is, I just want to work on the baby steps. And I really just want to work on getting good at being consistent and, like, showing up and connecting with people and putting myself out there, because that is, like, at the foundation of success on social media. I don't want to think too hard on all the minor details and the little intention that I want to put behind everything. It's just like, when I worry too much about that stuff, when I don't naturally want to do it, then I start to feel stressed and I start to feel like I'm doing too much, and I start to feel like a perfectionist, or I might start to feel like now I'm self-conscious because I'm trying so hard to really portray this thing that I don't maybe even care about. Like, maybe I don't care about putting a specific song and a specific title and a specific everything to this, but I'm trying so hard, and now I feel like a phony. And now I feel like people can see me trying so hard, and now I feel uncomfortable and I feel scared. So I'm trying to say, when it feels right, I want to do that. I want to really put the effort in. I want to really take it far. I want to really do all these mysterious, like, different things and layer all this and do all these things to make a project really come together when I feel like it, and put things out like that when it feels right. But when something feels right of me just sitting down and talking into the ether, then that is what I want to do. And that's really what I have to like. I feel like doing that a lot more than I do. Well, I don't know if that's true. Because a lot of things I like to put my all into it, and I like to really flesh things out, and I like to add multiple layers on top of things, and I layer all my clothes because I just like to have a lot of things going on at once. But yeah, I think I'm just trying to say it's not always necessary. And when I don't feel like that, and I just want to sit down in my room and just be a 23-year-old girl sitting talking to her computer and uploading it on YouTube, that's just what I want to be. And that's just what I'm gonna be. Also, sorry, the AC turns on and the vent is in my room, so it gets a little bit loud. I hope you can still hear me. But yeah, it's really difficult. It's really hard because it's like, even the other day, I mentioned this in my previous video, that a person who I really admire for their style, their creativity, their authenticity and stuff followed me on TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, that was a big moment for me. I was like, wow, big things coming in 2025. Like, this is crazy. Like, even the people that I admire, like, fuck with me. Like, that tooted my own horn because I was like, that's pretty crazy. And that really made me smile. But then I felt this instant, like, this intense amount of pressure on me of like, oh, so she likes me for doing something. I have to figure out what that is so that I keep doing it to stay in her good graces. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, now I'm being the bad kind of corny. Now I'm being weird. And I'm thinking that I have to shift myself to appeal to this person that I don't even know. I just like their outfits. And I just think that they're a seemingly cool person. Now I'm thinking I have to change myself to keep them liking me. That is crazy. And I started to realize, like, yeah, no, I need to really stop doing stuff like that. Every once in a while, I get uncomfortable and I start to feel like, okay, what am I doing? What do I need to do? I don't want to post this. It's just too much. It's too much. And at this point, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm going in circles. And I feel like if I really think about it, maybe I'll let you in on a little bit. If I really, really sit and think about it, it really does stem so much from me just like being uncomfortable with posting online. Like, I've always just been uncomfortable with posting online because I didn't have social media for a really long time, and I really just downloaded TikTok like 9 months ago. So it was like, I don't know, it's just scary. It's scary putting myself out there because I'm realizing that it's hard for me to be the same person on camera that I am in real life. And it was so hard for me for so long to like get comfortable with being my true self in real life, I guess, like to get friends and stuff. So now that I'm doing it on social media in a way, I feel like I'm being vain and I just feel weird about it. And so I feel like constantly I just am uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, I'm just constantly wanting to change and constantly wanting to like stay in the good graces of people and do stuff that other people want me to do or something. Dude, I don't even know anymore. I think I've said everything that I have to say, mostly about that. And all in all, like, I really just want to be able to keep doing this. I don't like trying to say content because, like I said, it just feels really inhuman. It doesn't feel like I'm not a content creator. I'm a person who is just putting videos out, and I'm putting pictures on my Instagram, and I'm putting funny videos out every once in a while. And I think removing that like label for myself, it's setting me free. It's making me feel less like plasticky and fake, I guess. I don't want to be really an influencer. Like, yes, I want to be an influencer, I want to be a YouTuber, but I don't really want to be that for real. Like, because I feel like when people become influencers, like, they just start to look like plastic. And that's not like a dig on people who get plastic surgery at all, but it just kind of gets in my head. Like, I start to feel like those people become a brand more so rather than a person. And when people become YouTubers and vloggers, I feel like a lot of the times they end up taking on that YouTuber voice and they start talking in like all these and doing all these mannerisms, and it just really doesn't feel like a real fleshy person anymore. And I'm trying to like avoid becoming that. I'm trying to just stick with what feels right and mostly like real raw, project myself as raw as I can to whoever is looking and whoever is clicking and whoever is liking, and not try to change and not try to mold myself based on what's doing well or try to stray away from what I don't think is doing well. And this also ties into, I'm not going to hold you for that much longer, because I wouldn't want to hear me talk for this long either. But I'm trying to say, like, it really does get me down. And I really, 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 really try so hard to remind myself, like, when I start to see my likes and my views drop, that is such a weird feeling, because it's literally like a direct representation of how many people care about you and how many people like you. And so it's really difficult when it's like, okay, but I cannot let that define me. I can't let that speak to who I really am. But it's doing just that. Like, it feels like it's doing just that. And so I've had a serious drop in my views on TikTok, and I've had a boost in my views on YouTube, and I'm very, very surprised about that. That made me happy for a really long time, last week and 2 weeks ago. But seeing that and realizing, like, yeah, but I gotta still keep posting videos, even though, like, I'm not really getting as many views and such as I used to or whatever. It just feels really weird, because it's like, now I feel like I'm doing it just for the views, and it all is just so confusing. And I'm just kind of figuring all this out little by little. And I started back in March on YouTube, and with literally everything at the same time. I started back in March, and now it's January. It's basically the end of January 2025. So it's like things have happened over this past year. I've had moments where I've changed and done things differently, and I'm just saying, I'll wrap this up by saying, now at this point on January 20th, 2025, that I really just need to chill out. I think that's what I'm saying. I just need to chill the fuck out and decide that it's okay that I don't have any direction, and I just want to return to the good times of the internet and of social media, because that's when people felt like real humans. That's when people felt more like, I could get into a whole nother spiel about this, but I don't want to hold you hostage in this video. I just want to really, what's the word? I want to really showcase like what social media can be again, I guess, because there's so much stuff that I admire about how people were in like the mid and early 2000s, when the internet just started popping off and people would post pictures of their pizza with their friends and be like, I'm hanging out with Jessica, and that's it, that's all. And it was just simple, and it was just real, and it was just chill. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's what I want to be able to do. People just sitting in their room and just goofing around or just talking to their camera and posting it on YouTube, and people not trying so hard to be a version of themselves that doesn't exist, and people just really like being silly online, and just really like, I don't know, You might get what I mean, you might not. But that's what I really want to emulate, I guess is the word, in my videos. And that's what I really want to put at the core of my presence online. I don't want to say I'm a content creator. I just don't like that term that much. It makes me feel AI generated or something. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. It doesn't make me feel real. Like, so that's probably the direction that I'm going in. 20 minutes of talking, and I think I figured it out. I already had this idea in my head, and this is already something that I've regularly thought about, like with the way that people posted on MySpace and the way that people were just like, they seem so much more true to themselves and just not trying so hard to get people to like them and stuff like that. So although I'm still saying like I'm directionless and I'm not really trying to have so much control over the stuff that I upload, I just want to help the internet to return to a simpler time, I suppose. So it's me sitting here. I'm building my empire today on this random Monday by posting a YouTube video. So I hope to even inspire somebody out there to do the same thing. Maybe I'll check back on this video years later and I'll have millions and millions of subscribers. Or maybe I won't. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because this is what I'm doing today and this is how I feel today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If anybody is even still here, it doesn't matter if they're not though, because I'm letting go of the expectation that anything is going to come of this. It's hard, but I think that's what I have to do. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Again, it's me, Kiara. And I hope to see you around these parts again soon. Take care. Bye. I'll figure out how to end this, because my videos don't save on my MacBook. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.